Here's an example that we did in class following the color systems to see how they work in a real photographic example. So the image on the left here I'm going to leave unmanipulated so that we can look at both at once. And I have my properties panel in here in the middle so we can kind of watch. And I'm going to add a black and white adjustment layer to the file on the right. You can see that Photoshop will take its best shot for you at trying to balance the grayscale color to match what you might expect as just a straight grayscale conversion. But what we worked with was taking this a little further so that we could darken the sky, maybe brighten the reds some on the side of the shed. See, we could make them almost completely white. And then we could take the yellows and move them down. So we'd have something quite different in terms of tonal value. Alright, so we've got this, and I'm going to go ahead and minimize. Well, actually, let's leave that up. And what I will do now with this adjustment layer is, instead of leaving it on top in a normal blending mode, you'll recall I went to luminosity, the very last selection on the blend mode tool. And this is a good way for you to see how that is controlling the value or the luminance. Now this doesn't look real great here, so we might take the red back down some. You need to really look at it in the luminosity mode so that it doesn't look hideous, right? Okay? There's no right or wrong here, I'm just showing this. I could go way far the other way. But notice that I'm really only changing the brightness because I'm in luminosity blend mode with this layer. If I take it back to normal, this is what we have. And indeed, you might want to stop there if you're making a black and white from this image, but in class we went ahead and actually just work with the luminosity layer. I use luminosity a lot when I'm editing and enhancing photos, so I guess it was just natural for me to go to this example. Alright, so that's one of many ways of putting a different look and a little bit more drama in the sky on this image, and maybe changing some of the relationships, the brightness relationships in the image.